Hi, my name is Jackie Livingston. I am partners with Skylar Kunkel, and we're doing the social media option. As I understand it, we are all in this group doing the social media option, which I think is really cool because we can bounce ideas off of each other and help each other as we do this new practicum, because this has never been done before. So we get to be the guinea pigs together. And I actually think that's cool. Lots of room for creativity and learning. Anyways, this is the third time I've made this video. My first one, I was interrupted by kids, and my second one, I went on for 15 minutes. So I don't want to put you guys through that. So we're going to do this again, and I'm going to be quick. My outline ended up being 3.5 pages of single spaced because I don't know when to say when I get thinking and writing, and I just feel bad for Sister Beal, who's going to have to look at that. But there are 3 questions in particular that I want to talk about today. They come from week 3's reading. And I thought I would do week 3's because that was the reading I enjoyed the most. And also I just figured you guys might do the other weeks more likely. So I thought I'd do week 3. Anyways, the first question I want to talk about was, as you read this chapter on marketing, what thoughts or insights did you have about marketing family life education? So when I read the chapter, I really loved how they broke up marketing into 8 P's. Those P's are product, price, place, promotion, public, partnership, policy, and purse strings. Now, we are all doing the social media option. So I wanted to apply the principles within these 8 P's into our specific project. So for the product, what is the product that we're trying to give? For Skylar and I, we're trying to give information to the public based off of current and good research about how married couples and engaged couples can incorporate good principles of happy married living into their life. So basically, we just want to teach people how to have happy marriages. So that's our product, is just information that comes from good sources. Our price is free, which is awesome. Hopefully that's not what it's worth, but I think it's worth a lot. But luckily for the consumer, it is free. The place, I thought the principles of place were especially interesting because in the book it talked about how you want your place to be attractive and safe and easy to access for the consumer. And for us, as it pertains to a blog, we want our blog spot to be attractive. We want it to be visually appealing. It needs to not be too busy, and it just needs to be easy to look at is what I'm trying to say. We want it to be safe. We don't want to have any creepy ads. I don't even think we'll get any people who want to advertise at this point, but if we do, we'd want to make sure that they were happy ads. We want it to be easily accessible, so hopefully maybe as we get more views and reads, it will come up on Google easier. That would be awesome. So, but yeah, just you want your blog to be an easy, happy place for readers to go. For promotion, in order to bring awareness to our blog, Skylar and I we have a Facebook page that we've created or are in the process of creating. And by we, I mean Skylar. He's been doing more of that. I need to help him with that a little bit more. Anyways, we're going to advertise all of our updates through that Facebook page, and hopefully our friends and our family will like it and share it also. That's our plan for promotion at this point. We're also thinking of doing an Instagram account to help promote it, but we're not sure if we have the time or resources to do that. As far as the public, I loved how it talked about you need to appeal not only to the target audience, but to related audiences. I think the purpose of doing this is so that those audiences that are related to the target audience will help bring the product to the target audience. So we specifically are trying to help married and engaged couples, but maybe people will find our blog who are not necessarily in those categories, but maybe they know someone who is. So we want to appeal to those people as well. So I could see us trying to appeal to not only to married couples. I mean, they're our target, they're our first priority, but also to just people who care about family living in general. Does that make sense? Because then they will want to bring our product to married couples and engaged couples. As far as partnership, the I think that at this point, we're not going to be getting partners from outside of the class. Like, we're not going to be asking, companies or education facilities to promote us because we're just starting out. But maybe if we were to keep going with this project for years, as we got better, we could appeal to those partnerships. Policy, I think at this point, just trying to have this blog, and we're trying to teach the public about how to have happy families so that they will then go support policies that support happy families. So that's how we are trying to change policy. Purse strings. It says you really need funding from outside sources if you hope to make a revenue. At this point, I don't think we'll be getting any funding from outside sources. I mean, maybe if by some miracle someone wants to advertise in our blog, but I think right now that's not really our goal. But I can see why for Family Life Education that is important, because you can't expect to get all of your money from your students. So, I really believe, obviously, marketing is so important to any sort of product. And I think the key to marketing is you have to convince the consumer that they need this in their life. Like, nobody bought deodorant until somebody told them that they stink, right? Like, marketing campaigns had to tell everybody first that they stink, and then they were able to market deodorant. I should reference that, but I don't remember where it comes from. So we need to convince families that there is a way to be so happy and take joy in your marital relationships, and that they can have that if they incorporate the principles that we give them. So that's kind of, I think, our overarching marketing goal, is to show them what marriage can be and to assure them that they can have that marriage if they listen to what we say. So, and it's not what we say, it's what our research has taught us. So that brings me to another question really, really quick. We're asked if we would rather be more of a facilitator or an expert. I personally would rather be more of a facilitator because I'm not an expert. I'm just a student who's had the opportunity of learning a lot about family living through my studies, and I want to bring that information to the public. I consider myself more of a fellow traveler with the readers, and I'm just trying to help broaden their eyes into what I've learned, but I'm not pretending to be someone who has it all figured out, because I don't. Last, I loved the question. I'm almost done. I know I'm going long. I'm almost done, but I love the question. What are your beliefs about the purpose or role of family? How does Family Life Education tie in with your beliefs about the purpose of family? I know with all of my heart that family is central to the Creator's plan for the eternal happiness of his children. I know I didn't quote that verbatim, but that principle within the proclamation is so true and has been revealed as truth to my heart. And I just know that's true, both from my own life and from as I've studied the family. I truly, truly believe that if everybody on the planet had happy family relationships, we would see most, if not all, of our societal problems gone. And I think that the best thing I can do for society is advocate for the Lord's plan for his children as far as families go. Because I think that the Lord Heavenly Father wants to bless us, and he gives us commandments, and he gives us these guidelines for what families can be, as a way of telling us this is what you can have, and if you do this, this is the best way to be happy. And I understand that some family blessings are not available to everybody, and that's heartbreaking and hard, and we have to be really compassionate and sensitive to that. And but I also think that with that compassion and sensitivity, we still need to strongly advocate for what the Lord has, what the Heavenly Father has said is the best family way. Does that make sense? I didn't say that right. But a really good talk about the theology of the family comes from Sister Beck, and it's called Teaching the Theology of the Family, and I just love it. And I talked about it in my outline, but I don't have time to talk about it here. But basically, my purpose in educating the public about family life is to help them find joy in their relationships, because I believe, again, that if everybody had joy in their relationships, the world would be a better place. So I'm going to end with that, and I'm sorry I went long. And yeah, you guys have a good day.